This is Fred Wall, the VisaCoach. Today's topic is the Trump effect. Immigration slowdowns due to President Trump's policy of immigration restrictionism.
VisaCoach. Fast, easy, and personal.
I am Fred Wall, the VisaCoach, and I am known for the personal, one-on-one relationship that we share, you, me, and your partner, as we work together as a team to overcome the many challenges of immigration. Please don't risk your happiness. Don't go this course alone. Alone, it's far too easy to make mistakes that cause tears, delays, and expensive denials. Do pick up the phone and speak with me directly so that you and I can get to know each other. This is the free introductory consultation I talk about later. If we are compatible, well, that's the beginning of our beautiful relationship to get you the immigration approvals you need. Now, this is what two of my clients, Jim and Karen, had to say. Karen comes from the Philippines, and I helped her get her Fiance visa. Their case was more complicated than most, as they had never met face-to-face before her arrival to the USA. And I helped them successfully apply for a waiver from the in-person meeting requirement. This morning, as my wife and I were driving to a social event, we began reminiscing about our courtship days across continents and how supremely pleased and surprised we were to be together. It has been 1.5 years since Karen flew here from Manila. We knew we had more than a few red flag areas and one which seemed nearly insurmountable. Yet, with your expertise, it did happen. Karen and I want to once again acknowledge how good it was to have you working on our side through every step, knowing that our best efforts to get the visa were being handled with experience and consistency of process. As the political focus continues to place downward pressures on immigration here in the United States, we feel it is even more important to have someone like you increasing the odds of the desired outcome, to be together. We feel sad for those who may not have the chance we do and want them to know you are one of a kind. With gratitude. Well, thank you very much, Jim and Karen. I'm glad I could have helped you. Now, let's talk about the Trump effect, how immigration processing times are getting longer due to President Trump's policy of immigration restrictionism. Fiance visa, spouse visa, and adjustment of status applications all first go through USCIS. And last year, about this time, USCIS was performing very quickly to accomplish their initial processing of cases. In general, fiancé and spouse visa cases consistently, zoomed through USCIS review in roughly, 2 to 3 months. Green cards sometimes took 7 to 9 months, and often the green card interviews, especially the front-loaded VisaCoach applications, were waived. Now, 1 year into the presidency of Donald Trump, all cases are experiencing huge delays in processing times, taking 2 to 3 times as long as before. I call this the Trump effect. President Trump has mandated that USCIS vigorously enforce and administer immigration laws, take no shortcuts, and the goal is to restrict legal immigration looking for reasons to deny. In addition, cases that regularly had their interviews waived, now specifically there is a presidential executive order that no interviews, regardless of the strength of their evidences, may be waived. The result is USCIS has more work to do, has more bases to touch in the processing of each case. And while President Trump has promised to hire more staff to handle the increased load, so far, no new staff has been hired, but the workload has increased. This is the Trump effect. More work with same staff. The result is that USCIS processing times for fiancé and spouse visas have stretched to take at least 5 to 7 months. And this compares very unfavorably to the 2 to 3 month processing times we enjoyed in 2016 and early 2017. Conditional and permanent green cards that used to take 7 to 9 months for approval now often take over a year. USCIS previously had the policy that fiancé or spouse cases should be completely processed through their system within 5 months. That was their official policy for complete processing. In the case your case was delayed past 5 months, you could call and speak with a USCIS operator who would take action once you reported that your case was past the policy for processing time. The operator would flag your case so that it could catch up. Today, well, sadly, that's not what happens. Calling after 5 months, one now reaches a harried operator who is stressed, whose polite, professional manner has disappeared. This is because the operators now are overwhelmed with calls from people constantly complaining about delays. So even if your case is over the 5 months official policy, currently the operator takes no action except to tell you, be patient. And, well, if you must call back, wait at least 3 to 6 months before doing so. She hopes the problem will be solved by then. There might be light at the end of the tunnel. This is because at the same time that President Trump ordered USCIS to work harder, he also promised to hire 10,000 more officers. Unfortunately for you, the fiancé or spouse visa or green card applicant, while the workload increased immediately, and because of that, the case backlog started to grow, no new staff has actually been hired. Eventually, perhaps USCIS staffing may increase, and when this happens, hopefully processing times will get better. That will help if the amount of work demanded does not also continue to grow. On the table now are proposals for additional and more time-consuming case review steps. U.S. Immigration is seriously considering requiring for each case a thorough review of the applicant's social media presence via social media data mining and, as well, extreme vetting, such as surrender of cell phones and user IDs and passwords. These proposals, of course, would add far more tasks and actions for USCIS to accomplish and could easily wipe out the gains made by a gradual hiring program. Sorry, but I don't imagine that processing times will improve anytime soon. We have 3 more years of the Trump presidency. I anticipate he will continually mandate more work to be accomplished in vetting all visa and green card candidates. And while a promise has been made to hire adequate staff to accommodate the increased demands on Homeland Security, there is already opposition in Congress to deliberately delay and hinder the hiring efforts. So, more work, same staff means more delays. And as the inbox of each USCIS reviewer gets piled higher, the processing times will increase. This probably won't materially improve until, well, a new president is in office. And the official policy of immigration restrictionism is changed. What can you do? Well, it will get worse before it gets better. Until then, your best path is to work with me to submit your well-crafted, front-loaded application just as soon as you can. Then follow the advice of a watch pot never boils. Ignore the calendar and patiently wait for your visa or green card to be approved. This was Fred Wall, the Visa Coach. Now please like or add your comments to this video, and then go to visacoach.com and sign up for the Visa Coach monthly newsletter. Each month it is full of tips and advice on marriage-based immigration and free of charge. And when you sign up, you get 2 free ebooks that I've written, 120 K1 Visa interview practice questions and 5 things you must know before starting your visa. Finally, when you are ready to get started, call for your free introductory consultation and speak with me directly.
Before starting your immigration adventure, before entering an arcane maze of rules, regulations, and procedures, before committing yourself to a risky path that could mean an end to your happiness, speak with the VisaCoach and ask for his free consultation. He listens to you to learn the red flags and strengths of your case, your eligibility and goals. He will suggest which visa is right for you, the best strategy to get it, and how soon your love can join you. The friendly advice and wisdom he'll freely share with you might make the difference between approval and denial, and could save you months or years of loneliness and separation. What have you got to lose? Book your free consultation today.